We're going to be reacting to the alleged Six crash out about in correlation to Jthegreat calling him out for all his nonsense and bullshit that he does. And you guys know the dealio. Content creators don't like being called out for their mistakes or errors or any wrongdoings they potentially do, and anything that basically can jeopardize their ego or their reputation. Obviously they're never a fan of it. And especially if they're just caught red fucking handed and they just want to be fucking in denial about it for whatever reason and just not be humble and take accountability for once. Like, nobody's perfect at the end of the day. We're all humans. We all have, our own issues. We all have our ego, etc. The whole nine. But the problem though is Six has never really given a fuck. Same thing with accept the fucking PDF, and the whole nine. Like, they don't care. They have an ego and an attitude, like, with such arrogance. Like, they don't give a fuck. That's why they are condescending in nature and deceitful and the whole nine, That's just kind of how they always have been. And I'm going to just keep it real with you guys. Like, I've been known Six has had an ego and his arrogance and all the condescending fucking behaviors he does and just how he is typically as a human being in correlation to others. I've been witnessed and known from the moment I was in this fucking server from day one. Been fucking known in comparison to everybody that I've talked with and all the hearsays and blah blah and the whole nine, but I always tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then from my own personal experiences, along with him joining the streams with Jthegreat and blah blah and all their kind of go abouts and you name it, it was just kind of flat out, just blatantly obvious that it is what it is, right? Six is just who he is at the end of the fucking day, Again, I'll always keep it a buck and keep it real and try to be, no matter who the fuck it is, like, unbiased and as fair as possible. When it comes to his content creation and all that and you name it, W. Does a great job, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Could there be things that I potentially disagree with, whatever? Sure. But point being said, at least to acknowledge the good, he has that all day, every day, right? But as for who he is as a person, that's kind of the fucking problem. And that's why I've kind of always kept my distance and limitations with this dude way back then. That's why I always, and most important, I just had an extreme amount of tolerance for the shit he would do. I would tolerate a lot of bullshit, but it's only so long you can tolerate someone's bullshit. That's the problem, So it eventually just got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy, right? You know what I mean? And things kind of drifted a certain way. Like, we were cool, we were chilling, whatever. But eventually just got to a point where, like, yeah, no, he's just him at the end of the day. And I just inherently don't fuck with it. And at first I was fine. Like, we were still friends and everything, Discord, you name it, the whole nine. But it eventually just got to a point where, like, ever since I think Noodles posted like that one clip of him saying some fucking wild ass shit, that was like the cherry on top for me. I was like, yeah, no. I was like, it's already enough as it is to deal with who he is as a person, personality wise, and you name it, and how much he could be a fucking dick, I was like, yeah, no. And he's going into this weirdo territory. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. So, what's it called? At the end of the day, that's my general consensus of Six. You know what I mean? Like, he's an asshole at the end of the day. He's a fucking asshole, dude. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to communicate with people. He's not respectful, especially when it comes to content creators. He can be very blunt. He can be very condescending, the whole nine. And he's not humble. And at the end of the day, it's crazy because, like, if you really analyze Six as a content creator as a whole, his success technically primarily came from being in cahoots in association with Swagkage, Seth the PDF, and I think Clyde and maybe Chuck and some others or whatever, but he was within that fucking group of circle of people. And that's what even put him out to the fucking light to begin with, and then obviously he did his thing, he did content, whatever, blah, blah, you name it. And you can give him that at least. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't ultimately be where the fuck he's at if it wasn't for those individuals too. But yeah, this is coming from the same dude that's always real quick to judge other people, to get involved in shit that he has no business getting involved, or to treat people how the fucking way he treats people is just beyond me at that point. It's like, dude, like, you came, like, to the light from support, from help, like it doesn't make sense. Like, you didn't do it all on your own. You didn't start from fucking scratch and just went solo mode and became so fucking big or so relevant or went viral for whatever the fuck it was, to the point where then people are getting involved and getting, know you. Now you have associations and connections, yada, yada. You didn't do that shit. You know, there's other people that actually did do that. TG is an example. Swagkage is an example. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like, there's actual people that did it all on their own. You know, NC Hammer, Diagonite. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, bro, like, you know, especially when it comes to what people have told me about him or DMs that I've seen or whatever, this dude's all about this fucking ego train and excusing his actions and all this weird bullshit, dude. And then it just gets to a point where it's like, bro, like, who really are you at the end of the day? Like, you came about from people helping you, and then you took that fucking train that you took from that support and made something of it. Good for you. But don't sit here and act like you're that fucking guy, or you're some icon, or you're some fucking legend, or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And you know what I mean? And like, and you're on a fucking pedestal in comparison to other people. Like, no, bro. Like, no. Like, no, that's how that fucking works. Like, all because you know Swagkage and you chill with them, blah, blah, whatever, and maybe certain other people, like, don't mean shit. Fucking, like, I know people that know them, too. Shit, I know them. You know what I mean? The whole night, like, does that mean, oh, I'm gonna come out and be like, oh, yeah, I'm that fucking guy, bro. You know what I mean? Let me just be an asshole to everybody. No. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that's ultimately my problem with Six, and that's why I kind of went my ways. As for Jthegreat and Six in particular, Jay has gone through a crazy amount of shenanigans with this dude and also tolerating a lot of BS, which is what you guys will see in the video and Six addressing, you know? And at the end of the day, he had every fucking right to say and go about the way he did. You know what I mean? Because what Six did was really fucking weird, with some wild ass shit, blatantly obvious, biased, fucking heinous, hostile nature. And the craziest thing, I would understand if it was for someone like Swag, maybe someone he knew or whatever, right? Like, that's fine. But for fucking Noodles, bro, a dude that you've been fighting with for over a fucking decade, a dude that you've known from the get-go, that you've known, that you've admitted yourself that you have distaste, that you've admitted yourself that you don't fuck with, like, told everybody, all these motherfuckers telling you don't like this guy, whatever. But yet you still associate and interact with that fucking loser, bro. On Twitter, you entertain that motherfucker. On Discord, you entertain that motherfucker. On YouTube or anything that motherfucker is connected to, you're all in there, bro. It could be a whole other fucking server going down, and you're fucking in there with this guy. Like, you can't say you have disdain for someone or hate someone, or not fuck with them. You know what I mean? And like, and say, oh, it's for entertainment, whatever, blah, blah. But yet you're fucking, it's like you're obsessed with them practically, or around them all the fucking time, dude. Like, maybe if you stop entertaining the fucking idiot, you know, like, you wouldn't have a problem. You know what I mean? Like, or the guy would literally fade into existence, and everybody would just forget about the fucking loser. But no, but people like you, or Clyde, or all these other fucking loser-ass weirdos want to constantly fucking bring in these stupid weirdos that have no business being in the community or anything, period. You know? Period. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. You know, like, why, out of all people, for that guy, Noodles? Like, and you guys know the lore on Noodles. You've seen all the proof, you've seen all the evidence, the whole nine. You know, Swag don't even fuck with the guy. Like, etc. So it's like, again, like, it would never make any sense to me when it comes to these fucking individuals and these people. Because, like, they're what the things they say, their actions contradict, or just blatant hypocritical fucking actions too. It makes no sense. It's completely fucking beyond me. If anything, you would think Six would be fucking. If anything, you would think he'd be biased or fucking, or better yet, like, hostile towards Noodles and just fucking dogging that guy. Saying, oh, Jay no diff or low diff, whatever, you know, and all this shit, blah blah, to him. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, if he said the same shit and said Jay fucking no diff or whatever, or blah blah, I would call bullshit on that too, you know, because it was most definitely not a fucking no diff or low diff situation. You know what I mean? It was most definitely a mid diff W for Jay, okay? But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like, that is what I would honestly expect. After all the history, the lore, the Keemstar stream shit, everything, what Noodles has done with Swag, what Noodles has done with all of them, etc., all the weird shit, bro. And this guy is still fucking glazing that fat ass weirdo, bro. It makes no sense at all to me. At all. Like, I'll say this. So I don't really know Simply Troy that well. And yeah, I'm going to bring him into the fucking mix too. I don't really know that guy that well. From what I've seen in the whole nine, like, he seems like a dope dude. He's funny as fuck, and he don't tolerate no bullshit. He has no patience for it either. You know what? And there was certain moments where I was like, you know, like, Troy, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But other than that, one thing I can give that motherfucker is at least he dogs fucking Noodles and don't put up with his shit, period. That motherfucker at least has some self-respect, or, you know what I mean? Like, just fucking shuts that shit down. I'll give Troy that all day, every day. 6, I need you to do the same fucking energy. Because this weird fucking little love triangle you have with these motherfuckers is beyond me, bro. But regardless, that's my little quick side rant for the beginning intro. People will either skip over this or listen to it for entertainment. Regardless, whatever the fuck, or for integrity purposes, we're going to finally get into it and react to it. Let's do it.
Much to watch Jthegreat's vid where he says, wait, what? Here, hold on. We'll watch it right now. I gotta stop making so many enemies. It's hard to keep up with all the ops at this point.
Hey, I'll take that. At least we finally get some fucking accountability statement from 6. I gotta stop making a lot of enemies or blah blah all this shit. Hey, at least that motherfucker admitted it right there. Shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, at least we got an accountability statement right there. Hey, at least he finally admitted, you know what I mean, that this motherfucker, you know what I mean, is making enemies. Hey, shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's something. But I'm gonna tell you right now, from all the DMs I saw, from all the shit I've seen and heard, and from other individuals in the whole 9, you never take accountability for fucking shit, my guy.
Niggas are using AI art, bruh. Look at this dumbass shit. Oh, AI art is so ass. Dear God, this is so cringe.
In the packing, he had nothing. He had no real ammo against me. He never could defeat me in that. So
no, Jay did win the pack.
See, I'll say this right here. Like, that's another thing too. Like, it's the constant disrespectful remarks too. Like, this is so cringe, or like even the fucking thing you saw in the beginning. Like, oh, he's using fucking AI, blah blah yada, all this shit, whatever. Like, again, like that's literally speaking what I'm getting at way before, dude. It's like, dude, if you don't got something nice to say, why fucking say it at all? Because the amount of things people could say about you and all the stupid shit you've done, you know what I mean? Like, the whole 9, but yet there's plenty of people that be biting their tongues, and the, you know, et cetera, you know? And I'm not gonna put them out there because they don't want their business out there, you know, and I'm doing it out of respect for them. But that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, it's just the little things, or even the middle things, or even the big things, you know? And this is constantly what Jay was dealing with from 6 all the fucking time. Just the constant fucking remarks, condescending nature, deceitful shit, disrespectful things, and the whole 9. And so again, like, you wonder why. You know what I mean? You wonder fucking why, bro. Like if you're gonna talk that way to someone, whether if it is for entertainment or whatever your fucking reason is, maybe okay it with the other person first. So this way it's not left up to interpretation. This way it's not left up to, you know, unfortunately be, you know, consumed potentially in a negative light or a negative way, or for people to now stir the pot and start shit the whole 9, you know, like, but whatever. Anyways.
Packing.
That was all she wrote.
He did win the packing.
At all after that point. What happened after the packing was me using superior.
And of course, like, I'm gonna call that shit out right there. The packing part. Let's be real, Jay more than likely probably did win the packing. But I'm gonna agree with you. How the fuck do you know he won the packing when literally, like, from the fucking audio from the stream to whatnot itself, whatever, like, Noodles was that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, this is the guy that's judging or listening or whatever. Like, you couldn't even hear Noodles. Jay was loud as day. Obviously, he's gonna win the fucking packing. You know what I mean? Like, but okay. Like you really couldn't gauge anything at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But anyways.
Would move from point to point. After he got pushed into a corner, he would move on until
I had to know what he says.
He went to judgment. I never agreed to, with judges I never agreed to have. And if no one believes me, please show me proof that I agreed. Please show me a text, a DM, and I will pay you money. In fact, there's actually a text, I'll probably show it somewhere here in a public Discord server, where I was under the assumption that there wouldn't be judgment. By specific judges. I'll probably show it here. That was prior to the debate itself. I never agreed to judges. I never agreed to the specific judges. I never agreed to judgment by specific people. I never did that. And what's even more convenient is that Noodles just knew who to go to after the debate was over. Oh, Apollo, what's your judgment? 6, what's your judgment? Like, he knew exactly who to go to after that. Very convenient. Sounds scripted. Now,
This nigga is so lame. Oh my god. Okay, look. Okay.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing too. It's like Six's immediate reaction is like immediate laughing or insulting, whatever. Nowhere is it along the lines. He's like, okay, I could see how he got to that point. You know what I mean? Or I could, yeah, it looked a little weird and blah blah, and because there wasn't any agreement to that. That shouldn't have been the case. Yada yada. That should have just been after the debate was done and like where Jay went his separate ways and that's it, right? You know what I mean? But to do it right there and to put him on the spot, etc. Like again, this is what I'm talking about. Six is just immediately focusing on himself as per usual, right? He's not being considerate of the other person, of how they would feel in the situation. He's not being respectful towards the other person. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. And watch, now his whole right here is going to be an explanation of why he's still justified.
Actually, if I want to, actually, yeah, let me do it. Does anyone have an invite to the server they debated in? I can literally I can show a screenshot where I was like, oh, by the way, I can judge. I was even saying it in the stream. I was like, y'all think Noodles will let me judge? I'm gonna ask. I literally asked it.
That literally goes towards Jay's point, Six. You're literally helping and substantiating his point. That's fucking weird. Nobody asked you to. Nobody wanted you to. Like, no. Like, you check that between Noodles and Jay. Again, it's to be considered for both people that are participating in the debate. Like, you're literally proving his point further. That was some weirdo shit. You just fucking came out of nowhere and like, oh yeah, and here we go. And then just siding with fucking Noodles right there and then. Like, no, bro. It doesn't matter if you join the server. Again, you didn't DM him about it. You didn't ask those two beforehand, nothing, whatever. You didn't even fucking intervene during the debate and said, hey, or no, not even during, like, before it even starts. You never, like, were like, oh, hey, Jay, are you cool with it if I were to give judgment or whatever? That never happened. You fucking texting on a server, hey, I want to be a judge, I want to be a judge. Hey, Noodles, you cool with that? You know what I mean? That's asking Noodles. That's not asking Jay. And again, that's weird, because you're only asking Noodles. Like, but alright, bro. Alright, you got nothing going on, right?
Judge for a troll? Noodles said yes, and then I just did it. And he knew exactly who to go to. Why would he expect Noodles to come?
Oh, that's another thing I almost forgot. The only thing that was agreed upon between these two, and I've seen the evidence and the information, because Six did ask Jay, hey, could he restream it and react to it in his stream? And Jay was like, yeah, that's cool. That was it, though. There was no judgment, no nothing, confirmation or anything, And again, he also admits it in this video as well. Like, he said he just straight up texted it and asked Noodles. But again, that's not asking Jay. So you're still being inconsiderate of him. You're still being disrespectful. And you're still putting him on the fucking spot. Especially in a hostile fucking server territory as well. Again, that's like Six going to a fucking server where nobody likes the guy, hostile to him. Everybody's immediately dick riding, the whole nine, etc., etc. And against Six, okay? That's like Six debating there. Okay? And then Jay goes over there, right? Or any other person. It could be Jay, D1, whoever the fuck, right? They go over there and they like text the opponent he's debating, like, hey, I want to judge, whatever. And then they join in and they give judgment. After, and then just say Six laws, blah, blah, yada, yada, while everybody's already talking shit, saying things, blah, blah, yada, 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 and the whole nine. You know what I mean? And you want to know what's crazy, too? Like, I'm going to show this, too, because I was supposed to actually show this in the beginning of the video before we reacted to all this shit, too. But, like, even Six's own fans were like putting him on blast, bro. Like, right? Like, if you just look at this shit, his own peeps were like agreeing with Jay and calling him out. Like, they were agreeing with Jay and calling Six out. The start of Six mental breakdown, finding out he's condescending and dismissive. I'm confused. I thought people stay in your streams because of the ego and the condescending nature. What do you know? What I've been saying at the beginning of this fucking video and what Jay called out. This guy, Six, bro, are you okay? This guy, I'm fucking crying, I won't commenting the stream, whatever, blah, blah, left field. Then you have, then you have here, one of the main reasons I watch is for your constant attitude and your personality. Again, agreeing with Jay and calling Six out. I'm confused. I thought people stay. Oh, yeah, we already seen that one. Okay, let's not pretend you aren't an S-tier condescending combatant. Clyde's actually losing, so I agree with Jay on that. Like, again, like, look, like, everybody's putting this man on the spot. bro, I'm fucking dying at 6 having an existential crisis. Fuck the tier list. I'm fucking crying and whatever, blah, blah. Okay. You know, here you were much worse when you were friends with Seth. Again, like, I watched him corrupt you in real time. The start of 6 mental breakdown after you find out he's blah, blah. Like, again, like, everybody is calling 6 out. Everybody. And mind you, like, because Jay was in the hostile server, like, the only people that were even dogging Jay were the people that were in that server, obviously Noodles, and then the two biased people, AK6 and whatever the other fucking dude is called, Apollo, I think. You know, everywhere else, and other Discord servers that also listened and tuned in, were saying the complete opposite, that Jay actually won it. You know what I mean? Every other server. I literally have receipts of that. DMs from content creators also were stating Jthegreat won the debate. Or they were indecisive, but they weren't sure. Because it was competitive, right? And then on top of it, if you go to the YouTube comments on Jay's fucking video, everybody straight up saying, yeah, 6 is biased, blah, blah, calling him out. Same thing for Apollo, and saying Jay the one in the debate, blah, blah, yada, yada, and so on and so forth. You know, even on another YouTube channel that posted the debate, people were saying the same shit. Like, and I literally have receipts for that. Like, I posted that a while ago. Like, I posted it here on the bat signal of, like, all the pictures and screenshots. The only ones I didn't send was the DMs, because it's technically private information. That's me. I have respect for those content creators. You know what I mean? But to keep it vague, I can at least say content creators. So, again, like 6, you're not going to bullshit your way out of this one. You're not. You're just not.
Come to me for a judgment in his favor. And Jay's acting like we were like official judges. I asked, Noodles just said 6 can give his judgment. I was like, okay, cool, I'll give my judgment. I didn't say I was the official judge.
It's not about you being an official judge. Again, it's about the aspect of being respectful and considerate. That's what it is about, 6. Because again, if you were in the same fucking situation, you would not be happy at all. And you better yet, we actually have DM's proof of this too, by the way. Okay. And this is relating to me, okay, and Jay. So, fair game here. But this is the same motherfucker that'll duck debate topics or duck anything that's too contentious and so on and so forth because he's worried he's not going to get the winning verdict or win the debate because it's too hard for him to fucking accomplish. Okay? Just gonna put that out there. It's coming from the same guy that be ducking shit and ducking debates, alright, in certain topics. You know what I mean? Come from the same dude that would never ever go to a hostile territory in a Discord server and debate somebody because he knows damn well he wouldn't get a fucking W verdict. So again, like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. And again, most importantly, it's not about what he said. Again, it's about being respectful, being considerate. You should have asked for Jay's permission first. That's the first thing. And second, you're a content creator. You're a content creator in associations with certain other big fucking content creators, okay? So your word is obviously going to have value and a say. Your word is going to have a shift and a say, even on the perception of people that maybe weren't even sure, right? Or for people that, you know, that were listening or tuning in maybe last month, yada, yada, right? Your word is going to be a big deal at the end of the day. That most definitely drastically affects the audience. That was not fair to Jay. And if he did the opposite and was preaching for Jay and advocating for him, the same would apply. That's not fair for Noodles, technically. You can't get a fucking, a content creator, right? And have someone say, like again, imagine if Swagkage came in and said his judgment, whatever. You know how fucking huge that dude is in the popular fucking community he has and blah, blah. Like, and mind you, 6 is technically, like, he's not a huge content creator. He has like 100K subs or whatever. He's still within the small, mid content creator division. Especially if you analyze, like, his statistics, like, his numbers, views, blah, blah, his comments, all that, whatever. It's very similar to people. And, like, he's not like he's fucking massive. Like, he's not Daigo Knight, he's not NC, he's not Swag, right? So, but still, his word still has impact and value. That's what I'm getting at. Because he does know certain people. He is a Naruto content creator as well, etc., 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 right? So, like, and especially for the Discord community. You know what I mean? So, like, again, you're putting him in an unfair situation. The way how all came to be and whatever was also very weird and sus. And definitely seemed scripted. It really fucking did at the end of the day. Okay? And you took it all with Noodles, but never anything with Jay. You gave Noodles a totally different energy in comparison to Jthegreat. which is blatant favoritism, whether if you meant it or not, okay, and blatant equity issues. And weird. It's fucking weird, dude. Especially with a dude that you don't like. That's the crazy part. So, like, and mind you, that's what's in question. A dude he don't like. But let's be real. The guy does like noodles, okay? He just don't want to fucking admit it. But anyways.
All I did was give a judgment. To me, what I did was the same as if I would have just stayed on my own stream and given a judgment.
It's not the same. False equivalence. And again, this is coming from the fucking god tier fucking debater in the community, right? It's not the same. It's absolutely completely fucking different. You know, and if you use your debating skills that you claim to have, you would understand that's a false equivalence. You asked Jay and DM'd him and said, hey, is it okay if I can stream react to this? And he gave you consent and permission. Okay? You did not do that to give judgment on a Discord server in a hostile territory, etc., etc. That is the difference. He does not understand that. It's a blatant false equivalence. That is not how that fucking works. That's like you, with TG or anybody else or whatever, okay, doing something without their consent and permission and exposing information about them or saying information towards them. Okay? Again, it's called being considerate and being respectful. If it's someone you don't like or don't fuck with, whatever, by all means, bro. Okay? By all means. But that was not the vibe you were given with Jay throughout. You're always trying to have this whole fucking, fucking illusion that, oh yeah, we're great, we're friends, blah, 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 all this shit. But then you do things that are contradicting. So no, that's most definitely not the fucking case. Shut up.
But, it's scripted, whatever. It's just really stupid. Okay? It's just really stupid. This is like...
And it's really scripted. And matter of fact, let's fact check here too, because we actually have facts for this. Isn't this come from the same motherfucker? We're supposed to trust this guy from the same motherfucker that always has secret intentions and secret agendas that has been proven and shown, and blatantly, objectively been proven. The same motherfucker that was giving arguments to Swagkage to debate Noodles during the debate and before, and so on and so forth, wanting to help him out, yada yada. The same motherfucker, but you're gonna preach about things, no equity issues. Nothing wrong you did, blah, blah, or no script, blah, blah. Like, bitch, if anything, we got a high probability this shit was probably fucking scripted or planned or whatever in the whole fucking nine. Okay? Clyde was trying to put Jay in a bad situation, all this weird shit. Jay shut that the fuck down the moment he saw how clear and day it was because he was a fucking idiot and at least wasn't good at being deceitful. But we can give you that at least, right? You at least accomplished that. But that's a problem because Jay trusted you as a friend. Jay thought you would make sure to be respectful and do the right thing, whatever, but you fucking didn't. So again, no, it's not how that fucking works, bro. But you're right. I mean, you do no wrong, Six.
This is the ultimate cope of copes.
Ironic.
It's like Jthegreat is essentially saying, like, yeah, Six is in league with Noodles. Six is in league with Noodles, and even though he doesn't like him, and we are cool,
bro. You've known Noodles for over a fucking decade, bro, or at least for years. You've known this guy from day one, way back then in the Discord fucking debating community, bro. In the YouTube fucking Naruto content creation days, bro. You've known this guy for how long? How long you been debating these motherfuckers? Noodles, Airflay, all these people. Or talk with them and hang out in the whole nine. And here's the crazy part. He's gonna try to use the excuse, oh, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit! You interact with this motherfucker all the time. You're obsessed, bro. You're one day you're buddy with him, the next you're fucking fighting with the guy. Or fucking arch enemies, like literally some anime fucking type shit, bro. Or doing a false narrative fucking war against each other, or whatever the fuck. Like, shut up, bro. This motherfucker talks about cope or dishonesty.
Cool. He teamed up with Noodles against me. It's just dumb.
I don't think I'm even sounding conspiratorial. The puzzle pieces just fit the puzzle. What else would you conclude? You don't agree to the judgment. You don't agree to judges. Noodles strategically ends the debate because he can't beat me, and he goes to judges I never agreed to. Well, there was multiple people in that voice chat. He didn't ask who wants to judge. He did not. He simply went.
I can't wait for Six Crash out there, low-key. I can't wait. That's what I'm really looking forward to. At the end of the day, what we're doing now is just reacting and debunking shit or just calling Six out. Because if he's going to be a fucking lying-ass loser bitch, by all means, bro, fair is fair, bro. I'm gonna call you out for your shit. I'm gonna make this shit go from PG-13 to rated R real fucking quick, buddy. Okay, and Jay was way better, way better. He was way more nicer, way more patient, the whole nine, etc. Tremendous amount of tolerance, but he fucking finally had enough, and he made this shit PG-13 with the video he made. But me, I've always been legit from fucking day one, bro. Like, if you're on some weirdo shit, I'm gonna fucking call you out, whether you like it or not. And I'll try to talk it out with you, whatever. But if you're still being weird or you're still doing shit or moving a certain way, by all means, fuck you, right? Because at least I tried at the end of the day, you know?
What's these people? So clearly,
I asked to judge.
I didn't take anything those judges said seriously.
Okay, exactly.
So
You
before I
don't
get to
have, but you.
myself-
But that's the thing. You don't have to. We're not official judges. We're just judges. That's it.
Was 6's judgment, and I have plenty to say about 6, which I'll get to in a second. But starting off with the judgment, he said I didn't put up a fight. I immediately just disregarded that bullshit. That was complete bullshit. A complete misrepresentation of the debate.
Blatant bias, blatant bullshit, bro. If you actually really listen to the debate, that is the most heinous nonsense shit you can fucking say for either side. For Jay or Noodles. That's fucking crazy. Like, his judgment was nonsense, bro. It was like he was just there to be there and just give a good laugh. You know? Or on some weirdo fucking scripted shit or whatever. Like, he was literally there just to be blatantly, obviously fucking biased towards Jay, bro. It was so crazy to me. Like, there's no way you can claim you were actually listening to that debate with how he presented his judgment word by word verbatim. Crazy fucking shit.
In fact, if he said that about Noodles, I would still think it's bullshit. Because he did put up a fight. He lost, but he put up a fight. So, complete bullshit. It honestly sounded scripted. Oh, if we flip a coin, it's low or no div. Come on, man.
That was
So,
theatrics.
segueing
Come
onto 6 himself
on.
now.
Oh, and there goes the coping. This guy talks about coping. That is theatrics or whatever, or exaggerate. Again, 6, you're not specifying shit. You're just leaving it up to interpretation or keeping it vague. And at the end of the day, people are going to take it literal, okay? Because what you're saying is what you say, right? At the end of the day, if you're talking to me, right? And if you're speaking to me, I'm going to think you're being literal unless I can use some type of evidence, whether if it's from your tone or your facial expression or yada, 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 to confirm what your intent is, right? But here's the problem. They're on fucking Discord. They do not know each other like some close family or relatives or whatever, or blah, blah, or like they've been raised together, okay? So there's no way to actually really know what the person more than likely is fucking getting at when they're speaking, right? And we can't see their face. We can only just hear them, right? 6 said that as simple as plain as fucking day, okay? As simple as day. Never that he specified that he's bullshitting or whatever, or blah, blah. None of that shit. Point being said is what you fucking said. And point being said, what you say matters. It does matter at the end of the fucking day. Because that does influence and that does affect the audience at the end of the fucking day. And most importantly, it does affect the content creators that are involved. Because again, you're being inconsiderate and disrespectful to them. But again, this dude, he can't see that shit. That's the problem. Whether he needs to go to a fucking therapist or whatever the fuck, he literally cannot see what the fuck he's doing when he speaks to people and the weight it carries. Like, he don't understand that shit. But great cover-up. Oh, that's theatrics. Or, I didn't mean it like that. But bull fucking shit. You said what the fuck you said. People are going to take it literal unless there's evidence to say otherwise. And you have no evidence to present at that particular moment that was the case, and therefore it's a done deal, and that's what the fuck you fucking meant and said. And everybody's going to take that shit as literal as fucking day. You know what I mean? And even if we go to the fucking debate route or debate logic or whatever, and 6 wants to pull it, no, I just meant it this way, right? What's it called? You know, which again is just a great way to fucking just lie and be dishonest and not just have any fucking integrity for once, right? You know what I mean? But even if you do that, okay, then it can either be that or it cannot. And either way, since there's not evidence on either side, then it is what it is, right? You got an impasse, equal interpretation, whatever, blah. But I'm gonna tell you again, real fucking convenience, 6, because that's always the pattern with you all the fucking time. So what is what you said, like, legit? What was legit out of it then, right? That's what I'm saying. It's always this weird fucking shit. Instead of making things complicated, you know, or more problematic, be like, hey, I'm being dead ass. This is my intent. This is what's going on. This is what I truly feel, blah, blah. Nothing but love and respect to both of y'all. Here's my take. Yada, 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 this. He didn't fucking do that. Instead, he said straight up, Jay got a fucking ass whooping. Said exactly what he said right there and then. and then explained it, attempted to explain it in a thorough analysis of why he thought Jay got slammed. So, like, you said the things you said, and then you explain and why you feel that way. How the fuck are we supposed to now be like, oh, it's theatrics? Like, how the fuck does that make sense? If anything, with the entire context, all surrounding wise, with that as evidence alone, I would say otherwise. That most definitely you were being dead ass and serious, and everything you're saying is literal. But regardless, this is the problem. And whether if you're going to watch this video or not, 6, and listen to it, your fucking issue is you create the issues at the end of the fucking day. It's your fault that you didn't specify and clarify what you were talking about and so on and so on, whatever you name it. And 2, you had no business making a fucking judgment either way when Jay never even asked for it. Period. Unless you get consent and permission from both people, it does not matter. Simple as that. At the end of the day, take accountability and take responsibility for the fucking issues and problems that you created on that fucking day. People don't just make a fucking 20-minute video for no reason. They don't do that shit. But again, he's this delusional and swears all day, every day that he takes no accountability. You know what I mean? Or has no remorse, nothing. And it was absolutely in no shape or form or capacity had nothing to do to affect this outcome. Like, you know what the fuck you did, you know?
6, we both know this. You never asked me if you could judge the debate. You never asked me that. You never asked me.
I didn't ask you.
You never
You're
did
right.
any such thing. You asked me if you could react to it, and I said, sure, whatever. I was never aware of that. Again, I didn't agree to this judgment. I didn't agree to judges, period. And that sounded scripted. That was a very condescending judgment. You were not respectful at all. Very deceitful in the way that you conducted yourself up until the debate. Very deceitful. I didn't even know you were fucking in the server. To be quite honest with you, I didn't fucking know. Conveniently just show up and you're ready to fucking judge? Very deceitful. Very deceitful and very condescending, the way in which 6 conducted himself. Now, to talk on 6.
Okay, no, it was okay. Before it was condescending. It was. But it was not condescending on purpose. It was not condescending on purpose. Appreciate the fires, Nudie too. It like listening back to it, like I said.
6, no, that's your fucking problem. That's your fucking problem. You admit a wrongdoing, that you were being condescending, right? And if you're being condescending to someone, that's being disrespectful, okay? Like that as like we'll pull up, like we're gonna, okay, we're gonna go to first grade today, guys, right here, okay? Being condescending means acting as though you are superior or more intelligent than someone else. It involves treating others in a patronizing or talking down way, often making them feel foolish, insignificant, or like they're being spoken to as a fucking child. Where does that say that you have good intentions, being respectful, the whole 9, etc., considerate, etc.? No, this just means you're a fucking asshole. That's what it means. But this is the shit I'm talking about. He's gonna then try to like fucking, you know, bring this up and then just cushion the blow and be like, okay, I was being condescending, but this is what you know. No, it's not how that works. If you're being condescending, you're being a fucking asshole. Just say sorry. It's that simple. Just say sorry. That's all you gotta do. Just be like, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, you're right. I was been that. My bad. That's on me. That's it. But he can't do that because he's too fucking egotistical, too arrogant, and too much of a fucking loser. Because you would never act that way in real life to somebody. Because you know damn well you probably get dicked in your fucking face. But since you hide behind your fucking little, equipment setup and in your fucking room, wherever you make your content, blah, blah, whatever, you're going to do that shit all day, every day. Branch away from Daddy Seth, okay? Be your own fucking person and be a better person, 6. It's that simple.
I think I even said it in the stream. I was like, was I a little hard in the judgment? It was condescending, admittedly. But like I said, it wasn't condescending on purpose. I was just saying what I really believed about
like what does that even mean? What does that even mean, bro? On purpose? What does that even fucking mean? Like, if this guy talks about cope, and this is the same dude that was talking about cope. Oh my god, bro. Like, whatever, man.
The debate. And I was still laughing. Like, the debate was fucking hilarious. I was still laughing. So like it came off that way. The coin toss where I was like, oh, flip a coin, no or low diff. That was just theatrics. You know, I didn't think it really mattered.
Prove that. Oh, wait, guess what? You fucking can't. You wanna know why? Because you literally said all the shit you said initially, then you make that crazy ass fucking statement, and then you give a thorough ass explanation of why you feel that way. For who won the debate, etc. So you'll never be able to fucking prove that. But again, nice cover up. Because again, all you gotta do is say, I'm sorry. I fucked up. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that shit. That's weird. I could even understand you like really believing that you weren't scripted or this was no biasness, none of that. You know what? Cool, whatever. But you can't even admit to your own faults that you deliberately and directly fucking do. That's the shit I'm talking about. You see this shit all the time with fucking content creators, and you name it, or streamers or whatever, blah. They'll do some shit, and they'll always try to just bullshit their way out of it, to not take any accountability for their actions and to avoid consequence. Like, what are you scared of? You act like this is going to change your fucking career. You act like this is going to change anything. Just admit it. Take accountability, bro. I respect you more if you're like, yeah, I was being an asshole. I respect you more if you didn't even care about not being an asshole. But the fact that you're trying to lie and sit here when we all know at the end of the day what the fuck you were doing. I have no respect for that. Some snake, two-face ass, weirdo bullshit, pussy ass shit. Like you're at the end of the day, you're not even honest with yourself because you're afraid of like fucking transparency and confrontation. It's really what it is. He's afraid. He's a fucking coward. Be who you are at the end of the day. If you're gonna be a shit person, at least own it. You know, shit. I respect that way more. But that's the difference between me and Jay and people like him and yada yada and so on and so forth. Okay. We can be straight up, you know what I mean? Or we can even have pride in things and so on and so forth, whatever you name it. These fucking losers is always some bullshit excuse. Always.
Saying that. I was basically just saying you lost, nigga. And it wasn't, like, it's not particularly hard to see that you lost. That's all I was saying. Then you did say after to Bubbles, was I too mean? I'm pretty sure it was either in the same stream or the next stream. I was like, I think I was kind of hard on him in the judgment. But Bo was like, no.
Off, we're not close. I already know what Six is going to say. Probably what he said about Batman when they had a beef years ago.
And who the fuck is Bubbles? From fucking Bioshock? The fucking big ugly ass robot with the fucking little daughters and shit? Mr. Bubbles over here? Mr. Bubbles! Who the fuck is that? I don't give a fuck what Bubbles says. That just goes to show that he's also a piece of shit too. Fuck him too. Like, the fuck? The fuck is Bubbles? Fucking SpongeBob's fucking bubble? Who is that? Who's fucking Bubbles?
Fuck you talking about when I'm not close? I don't give a fuck if we are. This is just my observations from the interactions we have had. There's been times where you asked me to come on stream. Again, I'm not saying you need to come on or I give you some sort of clout or anything, but you've asked me to come on and then you have this dismissive nature. I make a joke. It's homophobic, bro. Are you fucking serious? Is that what you fucking came on to do? To waste my fucking time and talk shit? Why come on in the first place? To talk down on me because you have more fucking subscribers? So it's just strange.
What the fuck? What was that? Okay, that was creepy. Hold on. Everything else was fine. That was creepy. That was creepy as shit. This happens a lot, though. This happens a lot. Whenever I...
So, someone calling out you being a fucking asshole on stream, and there's actual proof of it too, and how you're treating him and how you speak to him, being disrespectful, that's creepy? Oh, right. You're right. I forgot. Accountability, you're allergic to that shit. Yeah, you got that, Six. Yeah, you're right.
Get into an argument with niggas. I love when people don't do this. But whenever I get into an argument with people, niggas, everyone knows how I am in an argument. They assume that what I'm saying comes from a place of superiority, when in reality, I'm just shit talking to shit talk. Right? You could find some debates of mine from 2020 before I even had a YouTube channel. I'm doing niggas the same way. I'm saying the same type of shit. I've been like this.
Six, nobody's arguing whether if you've been the same fucking piece of shit from back then and now. The problem is how you speak to people. Is you being a fucking asshole. That's the problem. If I started being an asshole to fucking Swagkage or TG or blah blah, whether it's because of they had a disagreement or an opinion or a joke or whatever the fuck, they'd be looking at me sounding like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Hello? Who's this guy? Fucking Patrick Star having ass. That's the problem you don't understand, bro. You don't speak to people or treat people like that. That is your problem. If you don't know them, by all means. If you don't fuck with them, okay, or whatever, or you hate them, by all means. But if it's a friend, right, someone you claim that you do fuck with, or a friend you know, or want to associate, yada, 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 whatever your fucking reasons are, okay, that's not how you treat people or talk to them. Now, if you're doing it in a joking manner or you're fucking around or playing around, that's different. Especially if you specify it or if you make it clear or like you're laughing and you're just joking, whatever, you know. But you didn't do any of that. That's the problem. You didn't do any of that. Okay? So at the end of the day, like, I don't want to hear it, bro. That's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
But that was weird. It's like what do you, yeah, I come on the stream. I don't remember saying that he made a homophobic joke, but if I did, I was just joking. I say homophobic things on my stream now. I say homophobic things on this stream. So I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe it was a time I said a joke or he said a joke and I responded with like some, what do you even call?
Okay, so you got a memory of a fucking of a 80-year-old motherfucker. So the context, guys, if you want to know what it was, I remember as fucking plain as day because it was like a awkward moment. Really, is Jay was like me and Jay were cracking jokes talking about Tom Holland or whatever, blah blah. It was about Zendaya doing some crazy ass fucking intimacy scenes and Tom Holland doing it with a fucking black guy getting some BBC. It's basically what it was. And me and Jay were like making jokes, making fun of whatever, blah, and like, come on, Tom, what you doing, blah blah, yada yada, right? But it was just playful banter. And then Six out of nowhere, in a serious ass tone, like dead ass. No joking tone, no laughing, no nothing. Just straight up, that's homophobic. You know what I mean? Like, bro. And mind you, that's not the only time. There's been many times where like Six he says certain fucking things. And it's just, again, it's just him being a fucking a dick. Or just being disrespectful. Like, you're on someone else's platform, on their shit. Like, have some fucking, you know what I mean? Like, some decency, bro. Some human decency. That's shit I'm not talking about. You know, and let's backtrack. It's the same shit. The same shit. Okay? When back then with the whole fucking political shit for, like, political violence, whether or not if it's acceptable, yada, yada, or the Charlie Kirk thing and blah, blah, yada, yada. Like, it's like, dude, have some human decency. You're literally sitting on fucking bandwagons, making fun of someone getting murdered in broad daylight that has a wife, that has kids, blah, blah, you name it. The whole nine. And just like, for whatever your reasons, like, cool, you can have your opinions, whatever. But you're literally, like, glorifying fucking murder, dude. Like, again, have some human decency. The same applies for all these other things, bro. Be a decent human being, but you ain't that. That's the problem. Like, that's your issue. And you try to make it seem you are, but you're not. And to me, that this looks like fucking bitch. You're being a bitch. Because here's the crazy part. If this is really how you are and so on and so forth, then straight up say that. Make it fucking apparent. Specify that and so on and so forth. Or be like, hey, if I come in your shit, don't be surprised if I say some, you know, whatever, or blah, blah. Or if there's anything that potentially offends you, whatever, just let me know right there and there. This way we can hash it up. Because you know what's crazy? This is coming from the dude that says there's been a repetitiveness or like plenty of times this has apparently happened with him. Plenty of times. Well, if it continues to happen, you know, and there's a common fucking denominator, maybe look yourself in the fucking mirror and realize that you're the issue, Six. Because you're over here acting like everybody else is not the issue, or that you're not the issue, but it's everyone else. I don't know, bro. This seems a very simple common denominator here. Why don't you specify your intentions or clarify things before you hop on someone's streamer or platform, or before you give a fucking judgment, or before you do whatever, bro? Again, it's being considerate. Like, holy shit, I don't know Six's living situation, and I really could give two shits. But if this motherfucker ever had a roommate or was living with family, good fucking luck. I swear to God that motherfucker's getting evicted in a heartbeat, or he's going to be ending up in some fucking issue. Because this dude has no sense of conflict resolution skills and shitty ass communication skills. Horrible at that shit. Please take some conflict resolution classes or take some communication classes on how to talk to somebody. Because you don't know how, bro. You don't. And if you don't care to, cool. At least admit that and be upfront with other people. But don't expect other people to not have reactions or feel a certain type of way when you're saying and doing the things you do. When you know damn well nobody would like that. You probably wouldn't even fucking like that. Better yet, actually, hang on a minute. I know this motherfucker wouldn't like that because he's banning motherfuckers from his Discord left and right to anybody that jeopardizes his ego or his arrogance or anything or fucking checks him with a certain type of energy. You don't put up with that shit, period. But I forgot. Because it's 6, it's okay, right? Like, no, buddy, it goes both ways. You ain't nothing fucking special. At the end of the day, we bleed the same fucking blood. With the same fucking human anatomy, the whole 9, buddy. There's nothing special about you. You could be a fucking trillionaire for all I fucking know. You still the same motherfucker. The only difference, you got hella money. Okay? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Call that type of humor. Where you like act serious. I don't know. I'm not a fucking comedian. But I figured maybe he picked up on it. Guess he didn't. I guess not, but that was weird. That was weird.
That's not the other person's job, 6. To know what your intentions are. Again, it's called being a decent human being, clarifying and specifying your intentions or how you are as a person and so on and so forth. Especially if you're going on a platform in a stream. Because if you just say something very vaguely or broadly, or just say it in a very serious fucking tone of voice, how can you not expect someone to think you're not being serious or being dead ass and being literal? And being offensive. Or being condescending. Again, you're being an asshole. Own it.
Let me rewind a little bit.
I make a joke. It's homophobic, bro. Are you fucking serious? Is that what you fucking came on to do? To waste my fucking time and talk shit? Why come on in the first place? To talk down on me because you have more fucking subscribers? So it's just strange to me, the interactions we have had. It's like this weird, two-faced, dismissive nature many times that we've interacted.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's invincible Wi-Fi that stays on when the...
You're dismissive, like, okay. Or you're condescending. You're homophobic. Like, bro, you fucking asked me to comment my shit and you come talk shit. Like, what's your play here?
What is he talking about?
To like impose your superiority as if you have any, just because you have more fucking subscribers? Come on, man.
This is actually really weird. This is really weird.
Hey guys, like, can the crash out like not come any sooner? Because that shit's gonna be the most satisfying fucking shit period, bro. Please make it happen. Oh my god. Now I will say this is kind of funny though, where he's getting like fucking mortified. He's like, this is creepy. Oh my god. Why would he say that? Shut the fuck up, you fat fucking big bitch.
Like, I'm dismissive. I'm dismissive and I'm trying to show my superiority. Okay, this is my thing, right? Okay, let's say it was the case that this was true. Jay, why did you keep letting me come on the streams?
It's called he's being the bigger person, bro. It's called people can tolerate certain things and take things to the chin. Have you ever heard of that? You deal with someone's nonsense, a bad behavioral response, or poor emotional regulation, okay? And some people just be the bigger, better person and just tolerate it. But again, people are only going to tolerate things for so long. Okay, that's the fucking problem. And better yet, shit, I'm going to put this out there. From what I know behind the scenes and from what I've seen, when it comes to Jane 6, I've read things and so on and so forth. There's a reason why he don't be fucking being upfront and telling, because when he does, you disregard it, be dismissive, take no accountability, and you're being a fucking asshole. I'm gonna script this, only this one sentence, verbatim. This motherfucker had the audacity and said, he said this, and I quote, I have an ego, and because of that ego, that's why I do these bad things, and I don't care, and that's just who I am. But remind you, what did he just say beforehand? Why did you just come to me? Why did you keep letting me on the stream? I wonder fucking why. Because they wouldn't do anything. And you would still do the shit you did. You know? When it comes to resolving things, you don't give a fuck. You're a very selfish fucking person. That's the crazy part. And not only that, like, as for like any other time when the 6 came out or whatever, blah, blah, that I can't inherently speak. But at the end of the day, he's the host for it. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if it was up to me, you know what I mean? I fuck no. I would tell 6, hey, apologize or stop doing these certain things or whatever, or what the fuck's going on, you know what I mean? And you got one more chance, don't do it again. You know what I mean? I would be blatantly upfront. But at the end of the day, that's not my area. He's the host. I'm just a co-host, right? It's not my place, you know? And at the end of the day, I'm just going to be real with you guys. Jay is he's a good, forgiving person. That's the thing. A very patient, forgiving, tolerating person. He really is. There's a lot of things that dude be dealing with that I would never deal with in a fucking heartbeat. You know? And at the end of the day, shout out to him. Like, he's just a better person in that regard. He's a bigger person, you know? So it's like 6 asked the fucking question. Why, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, as for the stream thing, that I could understand. And I'll agree with 6 on that. Like, why did he, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the reason, because I know Jay pretty well, he's a very forgiving, nice person. He tolerates a lot of bullshit and so on and so forth. But also at the same time, when he has expressed concerns, you just shut that shit down the fucking drain. You get some fucking Drano, pour that bitch, and you don't give a fuck. You just straight up say, I'm an asshole. Deal with it. Boo-hoo. Like, fuck.
Jay, I've been on Jay's streams upward, like, probably 20 times. Like, whenever I would see that he's live, I'd be like, hey, bro, let me come on the stream. We just chop it up. But what? What the fuck are you talking about, Jay? What the fuck are you talking about? I joined that stream. It'll be me, Jay, that nigga, what's his name? Sean Noby. Yeah, me, Jay, Sean Noby, and Batman on a Jay Talks episode. Do you want to come on to talk shit? How talking shit about what? Saying you're homophobic for making a homophobic joke? Homophobic jokes are homophobic. I mean, they are. The same way racist jokes are racist. Does it make you a homophobe or a racist? No, but I don't know. Really weird.
Man, the dude's always been strange. He's been dismissive. He's been a little condescending.
Always been strange and condescending.
Okay. I'm just going to say this really quick. I'm not going to get onto it for too long. That's not how that works, 6. If you make a fucking racist-ass joke, you are being a racist. Are you inherently a racist person? Right? That is a different thing. You may not inherently be racist and actually discriminate against, whatever, blah, blah. But you are being racist at that particular moment. So that is not fucking true. That's not how that works. Now, if he's on the same page as me of what I just said, then okay, we're on the same fucking page. But I just want to kind of put that out there. But most importantly, Jay didn't even make a fucking homophobic joke. We were talking about fucking Zendaya, okay? Doing her little orgy scene, and then Tom Holland doing a fucking BBC scene, and then he's Spidey, blah, it's like, what we doing, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, blah, blah, yada, yada. We're just talking about it, having a good time. And then he comes out of nowhere in a serious-ass fucking tone. Oh, that's homophobic. Like, what? Because we're talking about Tom Holland taking BBC, and we're like, what the hell? Like, dude, you're Spider-Man? Like, why are you going into, like, some weird projects and whatnot? You know what I mean? It'd be the same shit as if fucking Tom was fucking 10 fucking chicks swinging around with fucking web shooters, and all in the whole 9. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be like, what the fuck? Like, the same shit applies to that. And whatever the term it is to, I guess, for fucking straight people, like, what? You're gonna call us that? You know what I mean? Like, that's no. The fuck? At the end of the day, all we were getting at is that it was just like, this is kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, what the fuck? Like Toby and Andrew weren't doing some fuck shit like that, damn. You know what I mean? But we know you got a soft spot for Tom. We know you love that fucking Tom Spider-Man and the whole nine. So that's probably why you got butthurt about it and why you got fucking annoyed and wanted to be serious and say homophobic. That's probably why, buddy. You know? But just say.
Blatantly deceitful, what he did here. And I let it slide. I would bite my tongue on those streams. I would bite my tongue most of the time, but not anymore. Because I just don't give a fuck now.
Bite my tongue.
My channel, I drained the
This
swamp.
nigga was in hell. Hey, this nigga was truly in hell letting me on his streams.
This is what I'm talking about. This is his response. Again, proves that point even further. He's a piece of shit person, dude. He's literally making fun of and laughing and saying, oh, God, this guy's in hell, blah, blah, all this shit. When the actual correct response is like, damn, like, I never really meant, I didn't mean to make him feel that way. You know what I mean? Or blah, blah, or like, whatever. Or if I did do these things, I'm sorry, you know, blah, blah, you know, or like, you know, there's no middle ground. There's no accountability. There's no fucking nothing. It's just straight up selfish, fucking narcissistic, fucking arrogant, egotistical ass fucking shit. Like, this dude is all about himself, all about his own feelings, his own thoughts, in pure defense mode. Simple. Not once has this man tried to understand from his perspective. Or pretend, or at least be like, you know what, like, not once. This is the shit I'm talking about. These are the fucking weirdos that are in the community, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I say, AOJ, let me on. He'd be like, fuck. He's going to be condescending and rude. All right, add him to the group chat.
About to say too, like, Six also forgets that we mainly fucked with him not really because of him as a person, his personality, but because he also had the same similarities and passions we had, aka Naruto's and so on and so forth. Like, we fucked with his takes and blah blah and this and whatever you name it. You know, like, we were cool in those regards. We vibed. It was great, right? Did you ever think it was towards in correlation to those aspects? It's not about you as a fucking person, bro. We can give two shits. The only time we would ever care if it was you as a person, if you were doing some heinous, crazy shit. You know? But as for you being an asshole, okay, like, okay, and? Like, again, this dude forgets that every human being on this planet has different levels of tolerance and different levels of dealing with things and on how they deal with confrontation and so on and so forth. Some people can put up with it. Some people can't. And some people can only put up with it for so long. So, like, this dude is, again, this is the most intelligent god tier fucking, Discord debater, allegedly, you know? Like, shit.
This is, Jay, this is really creepy. This is beyond creepy. This is beyond creepy.
Continuous disrespect.
Holy shit.
And I'm probably ever going to speak about these people ever again. Maybe on a stream of people action, I'll speak on it here and there, but never in a large scale will I ever speak about these people again, to be honest with you. It just doesn't matter. It really fucking does.
Hold up. Now, anyone in chat, please answer me. I don't remember doing this, but if I ever have, tell me. Have I ever commented on someone's like subscribers or views in a negative way? I don't think I've done that. Maybe
I know damn well you fucking have, bro. Get the fuck out of here with your ego. Come on. And you on Discord? What, bro? I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Maybe I have when I was when I was like worked up talking shit. I don't think I've ever done that. I almost try to avoid that. It's not even like the type of joke that I like to tell. Not to Troy. Troy doesn't count. Troy is like one of my closest friends ever. I think you do with Mystic Money. No, I misunderstood what Mystic Money was talking about. He said, "Who are you?" And I was like, he said, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I got 100,000 subscribers." I was like flexing my own. Cause I thought that's what he was trying to do, but I never commented on his. You said to Mello in a podcast years ago in a debate. Oh yeah, you're right. I did say it to Mello. To be fair though, I was really pissed off.
I don't give a fuck about this right now. Like we all know Six has. Like get the fuck out of here.
But come on your channel. And you go watch any of those streams, bro. We're just chopping it up. Like me, Jay Batman, and the Shinobi. We're all just chopping it up. You know, like they're normally streaming pretty late, so I'm asking to come on stream basically at the end of the day. And when I'm asking,
and just for clarity too, guys, there's been moments where Jay and I have asked. There's been moments where he volunteered. So like, I don't want to get this twisted here because I'm always gonna have integrity. But like, it wasn't just Six always asking to come on. Like, no, fuck no.
Come on stream at the end of the day. Like, I'm just chilling. If I like, maybe I sound dismissive. I've been told I'm monotone at some times. I've been told that before. Like maybe there are times I sound dismissive, but my language definitely doesn't portray that. There's just
but that's not my intent. That's just but I mean terrible. So if I all right, take this, guys. Scenario A, right? Hey Six, what's up, man? Yo, what's good, brother? You know, blah blah. Scenario 2, aka B. Ah, fucking Six. Why the fuck are you here, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, from what you just heard from that, what actually sounds welcoming and what doesn't? And sounds disrespectful. What's respectful and what's disrespectful? Option 1, option 2. The way you represent and display and how you communicate is going to define how you are coming across to people perception-wise. At the end of the day, that's just what it's going to fucking be. Regardless of what your intent is. Okay? And at the end of the day, if that's not your intent and if you actually have good intent, then you need to clarify and specify that, hey, that was just a joke. Or, hey, blah, blah, this and that. Or yeah, or whatever, blah, whatever it is, right? Okay? But at the end of the day, unfortunately, there's a lot of really bad people in this world. Okay? And a lot of people have been done wrong, and so on and so forth. So people are typically not going to be graceful or generous either to you. They're typically always going to think the worst case scenario, and they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Six keeps asking for the benefit of the doubt here. But that's not how the world works. If anything, it'd be the opposite. Typically, people's reactions is normally to be defensive or offended. So, like, at the end of the day, this dude does not realize the way you present yourself, the words you use and speak, okay, you have to understand what it would typically be perceived as. It's just common sense. If you're sounding like an asshole and whatnot, people are going to think you're being an asshole even if you don't mean to be or whatever your intent. It's that simple. And maybe he doesn't even realize. Go back to your fucking recordings then, bro. Like, you record all your shit, you know? Like, if you don't realize, go over it. And change that. And if you want to change how you talk, then at least admit that. But, like, you just don't fucking care. But don't act like you care and say that you do and yada yada all this when there's things that just contradict it and blatantly present otherwise. And at the end of the day, the decisions you make and the things you do shows you have no intent or initiative to do the right thing or to specify or clarify your intent. So fuck your bullshit excuses, dude. Take accountability.
no way. But I just think it's creepy that even if I was sounding dismissive, that the nigga never said anything about it. I'll bite my tongue and keep letting you do this for no reason.
And with that being said, this community in general, because I've been around it long enough, is a very smoke and mirrors community. I've had multiple encounters with this kind of character. With Clyde, before he fallen out with him. He was two-faced as well. He was trying to instigate me and Noodles as well. He was trying to instigate me to debate him. He tried to leverage his clout when he promised to come on to my podcast prior to that. He tried to leverage that to debate Noodles. I didn't like that. I'm not no one's token. I said, you don't have to come on and debate Noodles. It is what it is.
Okay, now if Clyde did that's Clyde. I never did no shit like that. Your tone.
Oh my god, 6. You fucking context clues, bro. We didn't say you did the exact direct fucking thing as an example with Clyde. Point being said is he's saying there's similarities though with the way you presented yourself in the situation. You asked him to react and stream the debate. That's it, simple. But then behind the scenes and under the shadows, You went into the server, were there as well, asked Noodles only to judge, went in there, and then said some crazy ass disrespectful shit. So yeah, there is most definitely similarities, bud. One was blatantly apparent and obvious because the other guy was a fucking idiot and thought Jay would fall for it. The other, you did it the right way, being deceitful. Congratulations. Good job.
It was all dismissive, but I don't really view you as a dismissive guy, even if at times you could sound like it. Do y'all agree with that? My mom heard me watching you once and said she doesn't like your voice. Damn.
And what did you do? You came at me. You're an invasive guy. You're an invasive.
I think so too. Oh, wow. Oh, this is just what niggas think about me. This is just what niggas think. Okay, bet.
You know, what's really concerning, though, at the end of the day is the fact that, like, he's just now realizing this is an issue, or, like, this is what people think of him, blah, blah, you name it. Like, he's never, like, ever questioned himself or try to see the pattern with all the other Fallout relationships he's had, content creators, whatever, yada, yada, the list goes on, right? Never once did it occur to his little fucking brain that we're like, like, what could it be? Like, it's fucking sad that he's now realizing. The fact that it takes a 20-minute video from Jay and eventually for him to talk about you in order to realize this shit, that's fucking sad, bro. That's really sad. That's some low IQ ass shit, bro. Because if I was interacting with a bunch of motherfucking people, and people are constantly getting offended or defensive left and right and leaving me and not wanting nothing to do with me, blah, blah, you name it, I think there'd definitely be a pattern to be recognized in a common denominator. It's not hard, Six. It's not fucking difficult.
Fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all, man. Bitch ass niggas. Nigga. Yeah, I agree. And fuck all you. That's weird.
It's sad, though, when Six's own fucking community literally agrees with Jay, too, though. That's what you know, bro. That's what you know is bad, bro. But what's even more crazy is the fact that those motherfuckers still fuck with Six. But that is a prime example, though, that it goes to show you morality don't fucking really matter as a content creator or a streamer. You could be a piece of shit person, and that could probably be the peak, utmost amazing entertainment fucking form for somebody to fuck with you or watch you, whatever you name it, the whole nine. You know what I mean? Or someone can just fuck with what you do and your passion so much that where they don't really care if you're inherently a good person or not. Like, this is a prime example that you don't really got to be a good person. You really don't. So.
How do you even speak like that?
This is when you know it's extremely concerning. When this dude don't even realize the shit he's doing. Like, his own fan base and community in chat is calling him out for the things that he does. And he doesn't even recognize it. That is some scary shit, bro. That's some crazy shit.
The condescending tone is a staple of your personality. Holy shit. Okay, Troy, listen. I'm on stream, right? So I'm watching this Jthegreat video. And this retard, he's like playing this like victim card. He's saying I'm like a super
retard victim card. That's fucking hilarious and extremely, extremely ironic, Six, because you're doing the same shit and act like you are somehow the victim of this situation when he's just calling you out for all the bullshit you do and how you're a fucking asshole. And even your own community is agreeing with him and calling you out. Even the comments on your own stream are calling you out and agreeing with Jay. But I guess everybody else is wrong, right? I guess, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Troy is super close to this guy, whatever. So if he agrees with him or blah, blah, whatever, it's blatant bias confirmation or blatantly emotional bias. It is what it is. It's inevitable. That's how it works. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like, you're right. Everybody else is wrong, though, Six. You got it.
Dismissive person.
Time to hear all the cope, guys. Time to hear the crash out.
I used to talk real condescending to him on the stream, but he would consistently let me on the stream. So I'm like, I'm kind of ignoring it. But I asked Chet, I'm like, Chet, do I sound like a dismissive person? Do I sound dismissive and condescending? And they're all like, yeah. The majority of them are like, yeah, come on, I'm still on stream. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Let me ask. I need to ask somebody who I actually talk to if I actually sound this way. Do I be honest?
So now he wants someone that is close to him, meaning this is literally jeopardizing objectivity. Like when it comes to the medical field, criminal justice fields, whatever, etc., things that are very serious, you have to be objective as much as possible. There's no room for subjectiveness, there's no room for biasness, all that goes out the fucking window for equity, right? To make sure things are fair. So, like, again, for, like, medical and surgical, like, they're not going to take any biases or any risk of emotional... You can't be compromised emotionally. You can't, right? So they're not going to allow any of that. So you can't ask your friend or your family member or whatever, blah, blah. That's not how that works. It has to be for someone that can be objective because they don't relate to that situation or to that person that is in question to where, basically, logic can be fucked, right? This is not how you get integrity, bro. This is not how you find transparency or find out whether if you're of what you are when chat is calling and agreeing with the same shit. Your own community, people that have every reason to be biased for you, right? Even they at least can, and shout out to Six's community, because I will give him that at the end of the day. I don't understand why they fuck with him still, but at least they can fucking hold him accountable. You know what I mean? But then this guy wants to go to someone that who he's even more closer to, who has all the reasons in the world to be super biased or to just disagree with anything he fucking says, basically. That is sad. That's some next level, in denial, fucking sad, concerning mental health issues that this motherfucker has. Six, I am being so honest, bro. Just like what your father Seth did. Please go get therapy or get fucking help, bro. Please go get help. Because this is fucking sad. This is like some next level, arrogant, egotistical, narcissistic fucking shit, bro. This is crazy. Crazy. Let's see what Troy has to say. Please, Troy, do the right thing. Please.
Be honest, because if I do, I want to know. Do you understand? No, I'm joking. But
yeah.
I do?
Wait, yeah, I don't care, but yeah, you do. I mean, it's not like I'm a nice person either.
Okay, thank God. Okay, Troy, he did the right thing. Thank God. I respect you so much more, Troy. Thank you. And again, this backtracks to way before when I was saying, bro. Way before. Troy, that's one thing I can give Troy at the end of the day. He typically keeps it a buck, and he don't give a fuck, right? That right there, he's like, I'm not a nice player, never claimed to be, you know, whatever, blah, blah. So, like, again, but I respect that way more because at least Troy is blunt and upfront about it. While this fucking idiot is in denial and swears up and down he does no wrong. Or he's so unaware of the shit he does as a human being and how it affects other people, it takes for him to hear from a close loved one or whatever the fuck their relationship is, right? And his own community to call him out. That is fucking concerning and sad. Very fucking sad, bro. If you don't even know who you are as a person in this world, that is some next level scary shit, bro.
I sound condescending and dismissive.
Like, yeah, well, to certain people, like, to your actual friends, no. Well, no, sometimes you are when you're being a little weirdo. But I mean, most times, no.
And that's a big important statement Troy just said right there. He's like, to your actual friends, no, you don't really do that shit. Sometimes when you're being a weirdo, but no, you don't do that. But the people that are just like your normal friends, yeah, all the time, blah, blah, blah. Which again, proves what Jthegreat has been saying this entire time, that Six at the end of the day has been a two-faced, deceitful, condescending, and a fucking asshole. And he never really respected Jay at the end of the fucking day. And that's why Jay came out and did what he fucking did, because he was tired of it. And that's why he made the video he did, because he was over it. And he wanted to call it out at the end of the day, just how everybody else has. So, very important statement Troy just made there.
Gosh. But to randoms or dumb people, yeah.
Okay. Jthegreat, I think your bitch made. I'm not apologizing. I think your bitch made for never saying anything about it.
See, there it is right there. And instead of taking accountability, instead of apologizing, still refuses to apologize after he's been blatantly called out for being wrong, yada yada, etc., the whole nine, right? Still won't do that. Even the DMs and everything else that I've seen in the whole nine, even with other people or even with Jthegreat. This dude will do something wrong, and he'll know he did. He'll admit that he did, but he still won't apologize for it. What do you call that, guys? What do you call that? Narcissistic. You want to know what that means? Trait a condition marked by grandiosity, an excessive need for admiration, fundamental lack of empathy. People with this trait often feel a sense of entitlement and prioritize their own needs above all others. Okay, etc., etc. Entitlement, need validation, lack of empathy. The list goes on and on. Yeah. Arrogant, narcissistic, egotistical. And he's a piece of shit human being at the end of the day. It's that simple.
And consistently letting me on the streams.
And just how you guys know who I am, and I always keep it a buck. Troy can also go fuck himself too, because at the end of the day, he's enabling it, and he clearly doesn't have a fucking problem with it either. So at the end of the day, you can go fuck yourself too.
My ego is far too big for me to ever apologize for something like this. If I come off this way, it's simply because I am this way. I'm better than most people. I'm smarter than most people.
That's what's in question. And no, you're not, bitch. Because if you were smarter than most people and if you were better than most people, you wouldn't be ducking fucking debate topics from several people, aka Jthegreat was one of them. You wouldn't be literally explaining why you're ducking it and saying, oh, it's too contentious or this or whatever, blah. If you were that good and you could do it all and you're undefeatable and you're some fucking god tier motherfucker, okay, then prove it. This is coming from the same motherfucker that don't fucking debate shit anymore in 2026. But you're right, you're that guy. You're smarter, you're the best. Shut the fuck up, you arrogant ass, delusional ass motherfucker. The fact that you are finally called out by your own boy, your own community, and Jthegreat, and I've been calling this shit out from the get-go. You know what I mean? Been calling this shit out. Been warned Jay too. From past conversations, DMs, the whole nine. Okay. The cat's finally out of the bag. And what's his immediate response and go-to? I'm going to embrace this shit now. I ain't apologizing. My ego's too big, blah, blah, this, and I'm the best, and yada, yada, blah, blah. Blatant example of a piece of shit human being who this motherfucker is. And again, this is who you guys are rocking with. This is who you guys fuck with. You know, just putting that out there. And if that's what you fuck with, by all means, you do you. You know, if it's for entertainment, I can kind of understand that. But still, dude, it comes and draws a line where, like, fuck, no. Like, you don't, we can't enable piece of shit people. We just can't. We can't do that. We just can't. And
if I'm dismissive, it's because, well, I didn't want to fucking hear what you had to say. So,
and here's the crazy part. It seems like all the honesty is now coming out because since it was like fucking exposed and we had to pull teeth, we had to get his community to fucking expose him. His boy Troy, Jthegreat to make the video and call him out too, along with everything else. It feels like he's finally embracing it and now he's being honest. And you see how this goes to show and proves what Jay was saying, how he's being a two-face, a snake, and all this shit. Now he's being honest. Tell us what you really feel, Six. You called Jay a bitch man, right? But you've been a bitch this whole fucking time. Because of your ignorance, or because you did know, but you just didn't want to admit it until you were forced to. But there you go, Six. Good job, buddy. It took you long enough. This motherfucker finally saying, yeah, I'm evil. I'm this guy. Fuck y'all. Blah, blah. All that. About fucking time you came out of the closet, buddy. At least embrace your shit. At least, again, I will respect you just a tiny bit more if you could at least admit you are an asshole and don't give a fuck. But if you don't, and you swear up and down you're this amazing fucking person, and you do actions that contradict that, and so on and so forth, or you're constantly talking shit behind someone's back instead of telling them to their face, yada, 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 you're a fucking bitch and you're a pussy at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck, and I don't respect you. I can't stand that shit, bro. Hate it.
That nigga's a grown man. First of all, why does he care that much? And second of all, why didn't he say anything? That's so weird.
I don't know. Because, no, just on a serious note, for one, I don't mean it, right? I'm just...
Wow, there's a specification, there's a clarification. See, is that hard, Six? On a serious note. So, guys, what I'm saying right here is literal. Is that hard? You finally did it! Like, all this time to easily solve everything. You could have easily just been like, hey, anytime I'm vibing with you or we're chopping shit up or whatever, blah, don't take anything I say seriously or like to a degree or whatever. or if there's any time you're offended or whatever the case may be, please let me know so we can resolve it, and take care of it. No hard feelings or nothing, you know what I mean? And until I specify or clarify I'm being dead ass, then take what I say seriously, right? So you know what's crazy? If we take this as an example, technically if we take what he's saying, if we even grant this now, because he clearly is capable of doing it, right? He's capable of doing it. That means anything Six has ever done or said way back then and before, okay? He don't mean any of it. He don't mean it. None of it. It could be a joke, this, whatever, but who knows, right? We don't know, right? So therefore, guess what? His judgment don't count for the news debate. Just saying, if we look at it that way, the way he's presenting it, and now how he's acting and so on and so forth, you know what I mean? But anyways, either way, like, it's about damn time, Six. Good job for being honest for once in your fucking life. And good job for finally specifying and clarifying what the fuck you actually mean and what you're getting at. It's not hard to use communication skills. It's not hard to have proper conflict resolution skills, buddy.
Deadass just talking.
It's probably just because you're monotone, no cap.
But Troy, get out my screen, bro.
You just are, bro. Like, you gotta feel like a real nigga like me.
Okay, I'll catch you, though, bro.
Evasive, okay, come on the podcast by yourself, then if I'm evasive. Block me. That's just the kind of people we're dealing with in this community. And that's obviously not everyone. The legend Swagkage, there's a reason he's been gone so long. He doesn't want to fuck with these people. And then there's other guys that are just doing their shit and probably smarter than I am because I should have done the same thing he's going to do.
Swag doesn't want to fuck with these people. I talk to Swag like every other day. You're like Seth now. How am I like Seth?
And say, those are my dogs. I should have been doing what they're doing for.
So here's the funny part. He's like, I talk with Swag every day. Bro, there's other motherfuckers that talk with Swag too. I've even talked with Swag. I've talked with Swag. And you name it. But here's the difference, buddy. Because you always need a constant need for validation and fucking recognition and the whole nine and to fill your fucking trash-ass, fragile fucking ego. Here's the difference. I'm not bothering Swag 24/7. I'm not DMing him 24/7. I've talked to him here and there, whatever, blah. And that's come from somebody. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you know what I mean? That's not fucking knowing. Like, what the fuck, you know? That's just what Swag does. He's a good person. He's an actual good person. Everybody talks to Swag. That don't mean shit, Six. You're nothing fucking special. There goes the delusion again. This dude thinks he's like the fucking part of the Three Musketeers or some shit with Swag. No, what Jay said is true. There's a reason why he retired and he's not really around and he's gone, whatever. Because he don't really fuck with y'all. He don't. He tolerates all y'all's shit too. It's always drama. It's always bullshit. It's always some nonsense from you people. Y'all are weirdos. Motherfucker trying to cope. I talk with Swag all the time. Yeah, because you probably bother him all the fucking time. I guarantee you he ain't ever fucking reaching out to you 24/7. The fuck up. And if he is, I guarantee if he knew how much of a piece of shit person you are to everybody, he probably wouldn't be fucking with you either.
Since the jump, I should have just stayed clear of this fucking toxicity and I should have just stuck.
My mom heard me watching you once and said she doesn't like your
Content. Those guys are smart. Those are the goats. Those are the real goats. That's why Swag has been retired so long and barely interacts with people anymore. And that's why TJ and Sage just stay in their lane. So shout out to them. But going back to what I was saying, this community is a cesspool. And everyone in it is constantly in an arms race to be superior, to be the most admired, to be the most respected. I have an ego too. But I will not win at any cost. When it comes to just hard work and outskilling someone, yes. But I will not backstab someone. I will not be deceitful, not bullshit. I've never been that kind of person. I never will be. Never. No matter how many subs I lose or gain or don't gain, it doesn't fucking matter. That would never be the fucking case. No matter how much money's on the table. I was in
I don't know.
I was in there prior to the pedophilia exposition that Clyde put on Seth. I want to go back to him and Noodles doing the same thing. I thought that he was one of the good guys. I thought he was cool. I was in his circle. I could have stayed if I was just a cuck like Noodles and said, all right, I'll do what you tell me to do, blah, blah, blah. I could have done that. I could have. And I probably sacrificed thousands of fucking subscribers. I honestly probably did. But I don't give a fuck if it means I have to sacrifice my character and my integrity. It does not matter to me. Noodles can't do the same thing. Clearly, Clyde can't do the same thing. Because their reasoning for going back to that dude. Oh, well, if I'm friends with him, there's obviously a reason for it, right? That's Clyde's reasoning. Noodles. Well, if he's making money, you might as well hop on the train. That's Noodles' reasoning. Literally.
Yeah, let me ask Bubbles. Yeah, Bubbles is actually a real nigga. A little heartbroken. I'm a little heartbroken.
Little heartbroken on accountability. Wow.
Specifically about the
little heartbroken on realizing the reality of the situation that you're an asshole and a piece of shit person, bro. And you know what's really crazy? Like, he's still trying to be in denial. Like, this dude has severe mental health issues, bro. He's still, like, thinking about it or contemplating or conflicted or being in that, like, when it's been blatantly proven already. Like, your community is outright saying it. Jay's saying it. Your homeboy Troy is saying it. Like, and then when he finally accepted it, he started saying crazy shit. Saying, fuck you, blah, blah, insulting Jay, yada, yada. Yeah, I have a big ego, blah, blah. I'm not going to apologize. Saying all this crazy shit. and that's just who I am. But he was finally owning it and finally admitting it and coming out of the closet. And then now he's backtracking again for the millionth time and still really trying to be like, am I really that type of person? Like, you're not a good person, bro. The only people in this community that can actually say they're a good fucking person, from what I've seen and known all around, okay, is Swagkage and TG. The only people. And then me and Jay are the closest to that, but because we lack the patience and because we lack of only dealing with bullshit for so much, then we eventually just give you a taste of your own fucking medicine, right? Basically just say fuck you at the end of the day. Or then there's the similarities along, like what Troy said, like, he's like, I never claimed to be a good, blah, 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 yada, yada, like, fuck, I don't care, you know what I mean? Same thing with us too as well. But TG and Swag, they have always been mature, try to stay out of all the drama and the bullshit, try to be objective as much as possible, etc. The whole nine. Those are the only two people in the Discord community and the YouTube community that I can safely say that actually are non-drama and actually genuinely good fucking people. And here's the difference though. Me and Jay can at least admit and realize our faults and our mistakes or whatever, or if we're actually truly that great of a person or amazing. Okay? And no, we are most definitely not perfect, whatever. But at least, again, we can admit it and own up to that shit. And at least when it comes to morality, especially integrity, we are tremendously better human beings than you, fucking Toy or Spencer and Bubbles and so on and so forth. Tremendous. We are the closest we can possibly be to people like TG or Swagkage. But are we like them? Fuck no. Absolutely not. If I was, I would have said fucking like 99% of all the things I fucking said in this goddamn reaction video. For however fucking long it is and a waste of my fucking time this shit is. Just for me to already know what I already fucking knew.
Condescending thing. I feel like maybe I can be dismissive at times I can be dismissive, but condescending? I'm just talking. There's no way I sound so confident that it's condescending. When I'm on stream and I switch up and I do my like I actually start talking condescending. There's just no difference. Like when I do my little gimmick, my little bit where I just start being actually condescending, I just don't sound different. Bubble Spaz. There's a lot on the line here, okay? A lot on the line.
All right. A lot on the line. Let's do this.
Okay, so I'm listening.
Pretty drunk right now, so.
Here's a question: Will Bubbles be honest like Troy, or will he be a blatant biased dick sucker? Let's see.
Oh.
I'm listening to Jthegreat's video, and he's bitching the whole video, and then he says that when I used to come on his streams, I would sound very dismissive and condescending, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And then someone in chat was like, yeah, you do sound dismissive and condescending. Fuck me, I sound. Then everybody started agreeing I sound dismissive and condescending. Then I brought Troy on, and he said I sound dismissive and condescending. So, last hope here. Do I sound dismissive and condescending?
Wait. Is this asking in general or in a specific context?
Does it matter?
Well, I'm literally just asking what the question is. Is it which one is it?
It's just okay. Troy said. This
dude is coping. He's so distraught that this motherfucker is being called out and exposed. It's hilarious. The similarities between him and Seth goes fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god. He's like, does it matter? First off, to answer the question truthfully, it is in general, okay? And even in particular specific fucking contexts. It's both, by the way. All the above.
Saying that's just how I was then, right? Troy was saying that when I think someone's dumb or something like that, I sound condescending. but I don't normally sound that way to my friends, but I can at times.
Yeah, Troy's absolutely right. And Jthegreat, I understand why he would think that you sound like that. Because I mean, he's probably kind of just dumb. So when you talk to people that aren't that smart, you're not cool with.
Ironic. He's kind of just dumb or whatever. Who is this guy? Who's fucking Bubbles, bro? Mr. Bubbles from BioShock over here, or the fucking Bubbles from SpongeBob. Holy shit! Oh my god! Here comes the insults. Ironic. You're all fucking dumb. At the end of the day, if we're all being actually like transparent here and being honest, we all are dumb. We all have our fucking moment, blah blah, whatever you name it. You know what I mean? And we all have our issues. It's that simple, bro. Nobody can sit here and be like, oh, I'm just superior or smarter or whatever. No, bitch. You're dumb in certain aspects here. Okay, and I can be dumb in certain aspects in comparison to you. It's that fucking simple, right? It's that fucking simple. Like, shut the fuck up. Whoever this fucking Bubbles fucking idiot is.
With you talk to them in an exceptionally condescending way that makes it sound like you think you're, a superior being to them.
Thank you.
So I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, bro. Because I mean, I know how arrogant you get, Six, and like sometimes when you talk to me.
Wow, someone else calling him arrogant as well. Wow, what did I say in the beginning of this video, in the middle of the video, and towards the end of it? Arrogant, egotistical, condescending, an asshole.
I've known you for like 6 or 7 years. 6, 7. You talk to me like you want to kill me. So I mean,
Hey, no, I agree. Like, listen, I think usually when you talk to your friends, you're definitely very chill. Definitely not condescending, but I mean, sometimes, yeah, sometimes. Especially if you're talking to
Swag.
somebody you
Hey,
don't
look,
like.
Swag's in chat. Fuck y'all. Fuck both of y'all. Swag, please. Listen. Swag, if you could VC just for I need 30 seconds of your time. I just need 30 seconds of your time.
Oh, I thought it was Swag all the time. Oh, he's always... Shut the fuck up, bitch. Over here begging, asking 30 seconds of your time. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Fucking Swag literally just entertains you, bro. He tolerates your shit. He talks to everybody. You could have one sub and he'll fucking talk with you if he fucks with you. Like, the fuck?
I just need to ask.
It doesn't mean you're not a fucking... doesn't mean you're a good... Or, that proves that you're a good person. No, bitch. You're not a good person.
You one question. That's it. One question.
Six. I don't know why you're acting like this is crazy, bro. It's not always you act like this, but like
Leave
the fact that
my fucking VC.
you're VC, you asked for me here.
Wait, Six. Remember the other day we was talking.
Okay, this is the crash show. Everybody's talking like he's crashing out. Oh, this is crazy. Like all of it in a hole. Now I can see everybody's like, oh, this is where Six starts spiraling and crashing out the hole. This is fucking hilarious, bro.
And I told you like.
Look, Swag, if you can't VC, do you agree with these niggas, man? The biggest condescending moment was you and Kabuki. Oh, well, that was years ago. I've grown as a person since then.
No, the fuck you haven't. No, the fuck you. You're still the same motherfucker, Six. You do the same shit still.
That's Swag. Six.
Even Swag agrees and called him out. Everybody agreed.
Hey, Swag, but don't lie, bro. Come on.
This what? What? Holy shit! I gotta ask my family about this. This is actually crazy.
Bro, Six. Oh my god, bro. This is like a positive feedback loop. The fact that you're not self-aware, but everyone else thinks this shows how egotistical you are. But
hold on. But this is the thing, Bubbles. Like that. I'm being so genuine.
Was I not just saying that way before? The fact that how unaware he is. I literally called that out during this reaction way before. You guys can fucking timestamp it, whatever, or go back and find it. Even so, it seems like Bubbles is not as dumb as I thought he was. Even he, okay, called that out too. It's sad with how unaware he is of how egotistical and arrogant he is. Just pure arrogance, pure fucking ego, dude. Just pure.
To me, I'm just talking. I'm just saying what I have to say.
Bro, six. Listen, you have no point of reference. Like, bro, this is like if like no one ever brought it to my attention. I mean, what's even a way to say it? What's an example? But I can't say any insane shit around stream. Okay, I have literally nothing to say. But
Okay.
you have no frame.
That's fucking concerning. That's fucking concerning. But okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't just hear that.
You know, the other day when I was saying like when I have to like calm down my language, I sometimes don't even know how to phrase stuff anymore. It's happening, but yeah, you have no frame of reference, I guess. Like, I never thought this would have been something you would disagree with. Like, I feel like I've heard you say before, like, you know, like openly, like, you know, I have an ego, obviously. Like,
Yeah, I do have an ego.
yeah, and I think that ego, I think you are exceptionally confident in yourself and do have a big ego. I think you can be realistic when you need to be. I don't think you're a dumbass or like refuse to improve or consider other perspectives, but I think that it can get to the point that you are definitely condescending, not usually with people you're close with, like when you're like joking, like obviously, but not as often with people you're cool with. But when it's people you don't fuck with or you think are dumb, it definitely comes across that way. And if you're talking to fucking Jthegreat, my guess is, you know, Eugenic Superiority 6 came out, all right?
Bro, eugenic superiority.
That would be in character.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, bro. Like six,
That-
bro. Listen. In fact, good example, bro. When you talk to me, like when you debated me, right? I don't feel like you were being condescending when you debated me at all. And I listened to the recording back. When I listened to you versus Sage, you sounded like you thought Sage had like an IQ of 30.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You sounded very
Point
condescending.
being said, he's not respectful. He's not respectful, dude. He's not. He's not. Not even the Sage.
Towards Sage. Like what I'm saying is certain people in certain contexts draw it out more. Sage low-key might, though. Listen, I never said how accurate it was.
This is insane.
Right, six. Okay, listen. I think to everyone else, this is like.
And the fact that this Mr. Bubbles dude is trying to sugarcoat this shit is fucking sad too. Like, bitch, just fucking hand him the L. You admitted it. You're saying all the truth. You're even saying things that I said before. Fucking let him have the L. Stop it. Stop. He doesn't need a fucking pacifier for him being a piece of shit person. The fuck?
Most obvious thing ever that they thought you always knew, you just didn't like, you know, explicitly say it. I feel like this would be if on stream I called people in one by one and was like, "Hey, the entire VC is saying this, but you got to tell them that they're wrong. They're saying I'm gay.
Wait, hello?
Is that rude? Like, and then you tell me I am. I'm like, what?
Wait, Bubbles, has Six not admitted to this before? I'm confused. I feel like he said this though. Like
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I feel I've heard him say this before.
He doesn't want to admit to it and the whole nine or whatever because Jthegreat calling him out, and he would have to basically say that Jthegreat is right, and so on and so forth, and that Jay proved that he's a bad person. That's why he don't want to agree with all this. That's why he don't want to be on the same page, because he would have to agree that, oh, he's inferior than Jay at this moment, but his ego can't do that.
Thing to add. Ultimately, to certain people, it doesn't matter if he's condescending. Can't lie.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. That like, for the example, I don't know if
And that's a disconnect. It definitely does matter. It definitely does matter. Again, I can understand if you don't fuck with the guy, if you don't know the person, but you can't claim to be someone's friend or friends with a content creator and all this shit, and that you have good intentions, blah blah, the whole nine, but yet be condescending and arrogant to them, and be so egotistical where you're treating them like shit and being inconsiderate and being disrespectful. That's the problem. So it absolutely does matter. And these fucktards don't understand that. Mr. fucking Dummy Bubbles, okay? And whoever the other fucking guy is, whether it's Troy or not, I don't care. Okay? You don't do shit like that. Simple. You don't. Simple as that. And if you're going to do it and you don't care about it, at least own that, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But don't sit here and say you're a good person or it doesn't matter when it does. That matters when you're working in a job and in a career when you're around people. That matters in your personal relationships, whether it's your significant other or close loved ones and family. And most definitely would affect your relationships on fucking social media. Or business platforms on social media. Like, what fucking Delulu world do we live in? Oh, it doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. Yes, it absolutely does. That affects who is going to be with you and who you're connected with in the whole nine. Like, but these people call other people fucking dumb. Or these are the same people calling Jay dumb. Like, fuck you.
Listen to the stream, but when I said he was condescending towards Sage and his debate, but not in his debate with me, like, listen, at certain points, Six was being a better man than I would have in that Sage debate, alright? I would have lost my damn mind.
Some people just deserve it.
See, you pieces of shit. Fuck all of them. I hate all three of them. No, all I gotta do is call Spencer. Look, you're on stream, so please don't say anything insane, right? But there has been
this motherfucker, please don't say anything that's insane. Again, like, this is what I'm talking about. That's some weirdo shit, bro. Same thing with the Bubbles guy when he says, oh, I can't say, whatever, I'll bring these things up. And then that right there, I'm telling you, that's some weirdo shit. That is some weirdo shit. No. If you're not inherently a bad person or you have nothing to hide or whatever, blah, blah, you would be open to say whatever the fuck. The fact that they're restricting what they're needing to say or whatever, that's some weirdo fucking shit, bro. I'm telling you, these people are weird, bro. I'm telling you.
A crazy revelation to me. Okay. So I'm watching this video. You remember Jthegreat?
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay. I watched this video on Jthegreat. He debated Noodles not too long ago. Niggas got into it, blah, blah, doesn't really matter, right? So I used to come on Jthegreat streams and talk with him and the other people that he was talking to, right? And Jay is saying that on those streams, I would be very condescending and dismissive to him. I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. Why would he even say that? I'm never condescending and dismissive. Then someone in chat was like, yeah, you are kind of condescending and you kind of do sound dismissive, but we don't really think you are. I'm like, what the fuck? Then everybody in chat started saying,
correction, arrogant, egotistical, condescending, okay, narcissistic, the whole nine, all the above, okay, all the motherfucking above.
Yes, you're condescending, dismissive, whatever. I invited Troy on stream. I was like, Troy, do you think this? He basically agreed with chat, gave a little bit more elaboration. I invited Bubbles on stream. Bubbles said the same thing. Then Spaz said the same thing. I asked Swag said the same thing. Genuinely, I'm like, okay.
This is sad, bro. This is fucking sad. Like, this is some next level in denial mental health concerns. Some next level coping fucking behavior. And he wanted to call Jay on some coping shit. Or the bitch or whatever. Bro, you are a fucking loser, Six. This makes you look so fucking bad. It is sad. It is so sad, bro. Like, just own it. Fucking own it, bro. Like, the whole world is telling him. And he's just like, oh, there's no way. There's no way. Like, bro, what a fucking loser. But, bro, like, he's up there with Noodles at this point. This is some sad shit, dude. This is some sad shit.
I texted you before I asked most of those people, but you answered late. I just want your answer.
I think it depends on where you are, who you're talking to, and if it's being recorded.
Okay, well, now hold on.
If it's content, if it's like active debate content, you are kind of rude and condescending, depending on the level of respect you have for your opponent.
Holy shit.
Wow, the truth comes out even more. Guys, I kid you not. Title of the video, Swagkage and all Six's friends and family agreed he is a bad person. Title of the video. or Swagkage and all of Six's friends / family agreed with Jthegreat. Title video right there. And I'm gonna tag him too. I'm gonna tag him. Shit. I got it.
Is like a conversation where the person genuinely doesn't understand. You're actually pretty kind, and try to inform more than entertain, even if it is on stream.
Okay.
Privately, I wouldn't say that you're like when me and you are on the phone together privately. I wouldn't say that you're condescending. Like, yeah, you're a little sassy sometimes, but I wouldn't say that it's condescending at all privately. But like, let's say, like back when we used to have our own public servers and we would run like debate gauntlets, we would both be condescending and mean and rude. That's how everyone in the community always was.
Facts.
Like that was part of the debater identity, was to be condescending and mean and rude. And we would all make fun of who was in front of us.
And let it be known, guys, that's toxic and that's not acceptable. And that's literally bad behavioral influences. Like, again, for entertainment, that's a little bit different. You can kind of get away with that, especially if it's being, like, there's a disclaimer and you're disclaiming, hey, this is kind of whatever, blah, blah, you name it. But to treat everybody like that and so on and so forth, that's not okay. That's not okay. It's not acceptable. You know what I mean? Treat people how you want to be fucking treated at the end of the day. Now, again, if you don't know the guy, if you don't fuck with the guy, right? I can understand that, right? But if you claim to be friends and fuck with this person, then why are you doing it? You have no business to be doing that. Because that is disrespectful to them, humiliating to them, and embarrassing for them. And if they're doing the same shit back to you, I wonder why, buddy. Simple as that. So fuck whatever is Spencer. He's over here trying to like dissect it now and try again. He's trying to sugarcoat it too and make it not be as bad. But so far, everybody else has been blatantly unbiased and objective. Spencer is being, he's agreeing, but he is being biased at the same time. Like, he's being a fucking weirdo. But anyways, good job, Six. You finally found somebody.
Because that's the content that people were looking for. So, like, it's a complicated answer.
I'm gonna skip this.
The answer is yes. Do I think that you as a sick answer, you as a mic? It's kind of complicated.
Thing, which is crazy to me, because to me, deadass, I was telling this to Bubba Spaz and Troy Swag. I was like, I'm deadass just talking. Like, I'm just saying things. I'm not meaning it. Sometimes obviously I mean it to be condescending or whatnot. Sometimes I do think a nigga's like fucking retarded, but like, I'm deadass just saying it. I'm just saying something. I'm not meaning it that way at all. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm not trying to be condescending. You know, cope. Again, what Six can't realize, and it's like it's going circular. This is coming from the genius level, fucking superior to all humans, right? Okay, what he can't fucking understand. You may have good intentions, you may not try to do certain things, but your actions speak volumes and it contradicts your intent. That is the problem. You are unaware what you're doing, and you didn't even know until everybody started telling you. That goes to show that sure, you may have good intent potentially, which good luck even proving that, because there's a tremendous amount of evidence to say otherwise, and everybody agreed with Jay, okay? But all because you have good intent doesn't mean you're actually doing XYZ thing. The reality of the situation is you're an asshole. You're a piece of shit person. You are very condescending, very arrogant, very egotistical, okay? And you're a narcissist. It's as simple as that. With the way you treat content creators and people and so on and so whatever you name it, that is literally what you do. That is the reality of the situation. I don't give a fuck what your intent is. I don't give a fuck of the context or whatever. That's what you do. And the fact that you've been unaware of it for this long goes to show you have a fucking problem and you need help. Simple as that. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I like, damn. Wait.
It goes to show you therapy would do wonders for these fucking weirdos in the Discord community on YouTube. I'm telling you. Therapy would do fucking wonders for them to really realize how much of a piece of shit person they are, or for how they fucking, you know what I mean, they do. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy.
Is this the part where niggas are like, oh, big troll Like we're all joking. Like I said,
You know what's crazy? Jthegreat over here, like, making Six crash out, lose his mind the whole night. Like, W on Jthegreat, man. W. Jay the exposed Six type shit. You know what I mean? Sheesh. W on fucking Jay. Shout out to Jay. Like, dead ass brother. Like, good job, man. You are making this motherfucker have, like, a fucking... Like an evolution is brewing within his body right now. Like this man is, like, having an episode of, like, all kinds of shit. It's hilarious at this point, bro. He is truly in disbelief. It's crazy. Shout out to Jay. Bitchin' Six. Bitchin' Noodles. Who's fucking next? Honestly, at this point, y'all might want to stay away and be out of his lane, because... like, mind you, you're talking about a dude that is known, Swag, all these people for who knows how long, right? We just came into the picture, okay? And then also a dude that has 100K subs and whatnot, whatever, has a little thing going, even though he had help in the whole nine. All this shit, like all these variables, right? And yet everybody agreed with Jay. Everybody. What does that go to show you? What does that go to show you? W on Jay. Shit. Just how everybody agreed that Jay beat Noodles. Everybody agreeing Six taking the L, and he's what Jay is claiming. A piece of shit human being. Simple as that. And I'm gonna clarify this, because I've been dogging Six this whole time. Like on an even more serious note, because I've been serious this whole fucking time. Okay? Can Six be capable of being a good person? Sure. Is he probably inherently a good person? Yeah. I would probably say from everything I know, right? Like deep down, I do think so. But I think there's something wrong with him. Like literally mentally something wrong with him where he can't control. He has poor impulse control, poor emotional regulation, has poor conflict resolution skills, has poor communication skills. Like that's his problem. And he's unaware. He doesn't even realize all the things he does and say and how he treats people. He doesn't think of other people's perspectives. He's not compassionate. He's not humble. There's nothing. He's just the complete opposite and what can just make you be a piece of shit person, And that's the sad beauty of it. Like if you guys think about it, a lot of people that are successful or whatever, blah, blah, not all, okay, but a good majority of them are piece of shit human beings because of their ego, their arrogance, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth, the condescending nature, all this shit. It's unfortunately the sad reality of life, but a lot of people are like that, and they're not selfish. They are selfish, but they're successful because of it, or people love it. People glorify that shit. That's the crazy reality element of things in life. People glorify bad quality behaviors in humanity. It's fucking sad, dude. It really is. But either way, shit. Again, shout out to Jay.
Bro, I'm deadass just talking. I'm just talking as morphing the way I talk. What? Well, hold on. Now this is something. Jay, maybe Jay was right. Maybe I did sound like condescending and dismissive to him, but it wasn't him specific. Apparently, I'm just a fucking dick. I just sound like a dickhead. Like a lot of people in chat said,
there goes the excuses. Again, no accountability, bro. No accountability. It wasn't to you. You were giving a fucking judgment about him and Noodles. And you gave your set on how he performed, whatever you name it. What the fuck do you mean? The constant backtracking, dude. The constant excuses. And just no fucking remorse or accountability. It's as simple as just fucking apologize, bro. And that's it. It's not even that deep. Just apologize. But yeah, all right, you got me. Everybody agrees. Cool. My bad. I hope we could still be friends and whatnot. If not, I get it. Whatever. I still am going to go with what I believe. You lost the debate. As simple as that, man. But he can't do that because he's not a normal human being. He's a fucking weirdo. I'm telling you. And Six, this is directly to you, whether if you hear this or not, whether if you react to it or not or whatever. I'm telling you right now, bro, because your ego is fucking trash and pathetic. Go get slammed by D1 already on his server. Go get slammed by me. Go get slammed by Jthegreat. Go get slammed by plenty of people. Sage of Dick Calves. Fuck shit. Virtue could probably beat your fucking ass for all I know. Shit. Noodles can probably beat your fucking ass for all I know. Okay? Come out of retirement from debating. because you've been retired from debating for knows how long, and you still claim to be the best, the whole nine, blah blah. Why don't you fucking debate something? Because I gotta see this fucking precious fragile ego of yours just get fucking completely demolished. Like, this is peak fucking cinema to me. Peak. Like, this is probably the, like, bro, I love when integrity and accountability is invoked upon people that are delusional and unaware of the shit and bad harm that they do to other people. It is the best thing ever for me to experience. I love it. Because if you're going to be the shitty person and constantly get away with it, that pisses me off. But when they finally get what they deserve, bro, I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It's amazing. So just the cherry on the top, the icing on the fucking cake, chocolate fucking sprinkles and whipped cream. Please go get bodied by someone, bro. Stop hiding. You claim to be the best debater, whatever. Stop fucking hiding. Stop.
That said, like, y'all understand that I'm not, but I kind of sound it. That's like the takeaway. Because just being genuine, I'm just not. I just don't mean it. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I mean, there are obviously times where I'm dismissive or I'm trying to be condescending, but I'm genuinely just not trying to be. I've accepted it at this point. I mean, I've accepted it at this point.
Wow, it's a miracle. It's not like, like 30 minutes ago you accepted it and then started shit talking Jay, insulting the whole nine, and saying you love your ego, blah blah, you're the best, yada, everybody's stupid, yeah, all this shit. Like, you were having a whole fucking crash out, and finally embracing, accepting, and coming out of the closet and admitting all the things we've already been known, But now he's like, he came back again. Like, at first he just kept going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, he finally came. He's like, I accept it. Yeah, because the whole world had to fucking tell you. That's the sad part. And in order for this bitch to fucking change his opinion or perspective, it takes the whole fucking planet to fucking change his mind. Crazy. But hey, at least he did it. Because you wanna know what's crazy? There's some egotistical, arrogant motherfuckers out there that won't even do that. Even when the whole world is telling them they're wrong, they won't even do that. So at least he's not that bad. He's bad, but he's not that bad,
In your J debate with Hush versus me, so didn't you say halfway in this motherfucker's retarded? Yes, I did say that. But, like, I guess I don't even know how to explain this anymore.
Again, like, he's never ever respected Jay. He's always been disrespectful. And here's the crazy thing. Six called him out like, why were you letting me join stream? Blah, blah, blah. If you think this guy's retarded and he sucks and blah, blah, then why the fuck are you fucking with him? Why are you friends up with him on everything? Why are you asking to join his streams? If you truly believe Jay's retarded, blah, blah, incompetent, incapable, not intelligent, all this shit, why were you doing all the things you did? That's the real fucking question. But again, because he looks bad, because he was exposed by the whole fucking world, everybody, okay? His homeboys, swag, you fucking name it. Now, he, you know what I mean? Like, here goes the fucking, oh, yeah, I did admit it. Yeah, he sucks, and this, and this insult, and blah, blah. Yeah. But where was that energy when you were fucking with him before? And interacting with him and asking him to be in his streams about and all this shit. Or wanting to join when we had Swagkage on. All this shit. Nowhere to be found, right? Because you're a fucking two-faced. Because you're a fucking snake. You never liked him to begin with. You thought he was incompetent and inferior to you. And always disrespected him. All the fucking time, bro. But yet you still wanted to be around. And give this whole fucking act. I've been seen it. Took him a little more longer. Or maybe he didn't realize it, but he really tried. But I've been seen it, buddy. And it's sad because this motherfucker, I'm telling you, he's a fucking walking hypocrite. And he's not a good person, bro. He's not. And until he gets the help he needs and actually learns how to fucking socialize with people, you know what I mean? With people he claims to be his friend or people he claims to fuck with, Good luck to you, buddy. Good luck. I don't even know how you kept the fucking circle you have.
When I say Jay's retarded, like, I'm not saying Jay is genuinely retarded. Obviously, I'm talking in context to the topic. But when I say Jay's retarded, that's not even, like, retard to me is not even a genuine insult. It's almost the same as saying a nigga stupid. he is retarded. Come on.
It's very ironic. You're retarded as well, Six. Reuse that logic, whatever you name it, we're all retarded at that point. Shit. Again, we're all ignorant in something. We all lack something. We're all incapable of something. We're all inferior to something. Like, you're no different, buddy. Like, you're no more different or special. You're fucking stupid in certain regards in comparison. He could be, say, me, the whole nine, right? Like, fuck you.
How has this never come up before? I've been in this
You
shit.
want to know why? Because real motherfuckers be exposing shit. AKA me and Jay the Great. Some real human beings that actually have a sense of morality, a sense of integrity, okay, a sense of fucking ethics. That's why this shit just came out. This motherfucker just asked the question, how did this never been talked about or never exposed? Wait, how did it take Jay the Great to bring this up and blah blah or Batman? Because we are smarter than you. That's the crazy part. We actually know more in the whole nine. Bro, it's been like a fucking decade. And he's been unaware this whole time of how he is as a person. This whole time. The whole world just told him flat out. And he's crashing out about it. And it took for me and Jay to fucking expose it. Like, bro. Like, it's sad. It's fucking sad. That's why. That's how it happened. Because it takes real motherfuckers to make it happen. That's why.
6 years, nigga. I'll finish my fights tier list another time. I'm gonna go play Smite with my friends. Smite 2. Oh, I didn't get this answer earlier.
Alright, I don't care for the rest. The video is already as long as it is. I really wanted to dissect this shit and have like a fully transparent reaction to this shit and just make sure everything is said. Jay did his part, I have to do my part. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad the whole fucking world agreed. I'm so glad. So fucking glad. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's sad that this dude has been unaware this whole time. It's sad that it takes everybody to tell him this shit. Because you want to know the crazy part? If they all just said nah, or if it was like a mix between no, yes, whatever, he would still swear up and down and not even attempt to say anything he's been saying this whole time, or maybe even attempt to change as a person. I guarantee he won't fucking change because of his ego, arrogance, and the whole name and his human nature. But regardless, like it's the simple fact that like this dude would have still, perception-wise, seen nothing wrong in that Jay's just fucking creepy, like, because that was his cope word. He's being a creep, or blah blah, or he's being weird, or blah, all this shit. It's like, bitch, shut up. You're just mad because you got fucking caught with your pants down and you got exposed like a fucking bitch. That's why you're mad. Fuck you. Anyways, Batman out. Peace.